You see, I'm a YouTuber now. I'm over here vlogging in my car and shit. Like, this is meant to be, you know? Should I go get some fries from McDonald's? Oh shit, what the fuck am I doing? I'm an idiot. Damn, that was so illegal. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Donna.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
That was so weird. Oh, lighting though. Every time I come here, he's handing me my food. That was so weird though. I don't know why that was so weird, but. Anyways, I'll see you guys at home for that story time. May I help you? Anyways, let's start with the story time. Finally, let's hope I don't make this too long because I tend to do that. Time to talk about the glorious 2019 that was the best year of my life. Not really. It all starts when I was supposed to be doing my series, right? That was all the way back in March of 2019. I was so excited to do my series. Everything was going great, right? I was filming, I was feeling my vibe, I was doing great. Everything went down south when we got to the house. My grandparents were supposed to be taking care of the house, meaning like cleaning it once in a while, like keeping it nice and neat, you know? So then a couple of days before going to Mexico, my mom called my grandma and she was like, oh yeah, your house looks beautiful. It's cleaner than you ever left it. Like, you're gonna be so proud to see it. And all of that talk, you know? So my mom was pretty excited. Well, not exactly. So we get to the house. My mom has like these beautiful plants outside of the house. We didn't even know that was our house because it looked like a freaking jungle, dude. All the plants were grown out. None of them were cut. They were just a huge mess. So as soon as we get there, my mom's already freaking out. We finally go into the house, and the most horrifying thing in my life ever to happen. I'm probably being a little bit dramatic, but let's keep going with the story. So we walk in, right? And the house is full of dust, full of spider webs, spiders, and just a bunch of nasty shit that was in the house. I'm surprised there wasn't a rat in there because the way the house was, there should have been a rat in there. Actually, there probably was a rat in there, but it ran away before we got there because the fridge, first of all, was left open. Like, the door was left open. It was full of rat shit in there. Ugh, just remembering all of this shit is making my freaking skin crawl, but okay. So, first day we get back, my mom's already stressing out because she's so mad that the house is like the way it is. Especially after my grandma said that she had it better than it was before. So, does that make sense? Not really. So the thing is, we were there for 2 weeks, right? My mom spent like a whole week trying to clean the house. Honestly, it just made me lose my interest in the series because I wanted to do a lot of stuff. I wanted to do like my first episode, like go in there. The second one, like showing a tour of my room, like where I used to live when I was a little kid. And then like, okay, now that I look back, some of the video ideas were kind of stupid, like going to my old school and like filming it, like that's kind of weird. Because it's been so long since I've been there, but I don't know. But those were my ideas, right? So we didn't have time to do all of that, first of all, because she was cleaning the house. So after that, when I got back, I just did not feel like making videos anymore. Like I wanted to, but I just kind of like completely lost my interest in doing videos again. So I was just like, you know what? If I don't feel like making videos, I'm not gonna do them because they're just not gonna turn out good, you know? But anyways, there's that. And then, oh yeah, I was gonna explain what happened to my dog too, right? So 5 years ago, when we first came to the United States, we brought both of our dogs. The black one you guys already know, and the new one you just met. Mexican Airlines let you travel with your dog cargo, meaning on the airplane stomach, like on the bottom. The United States Airlines, any of them, won't let you do that. You can only travel with them up there with you. Okay, we didn't know that. And my dog over here, the black one, he was small enough to be able to go up there. But over here, my brown one, she was a little too big to go up there. So, I guess you guys might think where this is going to. She couldn't travel with us. She couldn't. We had to leave. And No, mama. Please, I'm filming. Anyways, so. Are you done? And then we came to the conclusion that my mom had a friend in Texas. That's where we were. He was gonna take care of her for a couple days or weeks until we went to Idaho and had time to drive back for her. Just a couple days, just a couple weeks. Cool. I was still crying, but that still meant my baby girl was gonna be with me. So we get on the plane, we get to Idaho, we settle in. So Dad, when are we gonna go get her? It's been a couple weeks now. And he would just keep saying, we'll go next month, or we'll go soon, and this and that, and that and this. Just kept making up excuses, you know? So we just kind of gave up on it, and my mom and I couldn't go alone because we literally just got to the United States. So there wasn't much we could do. They just kept her. It was really heartbreaking because, like I said, I've had her since she was 2 months. She was my little baby girl, so it was really heartbreaking, especially since I was like 11, you know, like that shit like hits harder. Yeah. So then December before the March that happened, so December of 2018, we were at Buffalo and my dad was drinking and he started like crying because, oh, look at my baby. She wants to be in the video. You want to be in the video, mama? Anyways, back then, we never went back for her because he didn't care about dogs at all. Like, he just didn't care. It's not that he hated them, but he just didn't care. Like, he didn't have that feeling for them like my mom and I do. And over the past years, he fell in love with Nano. Right there. Because he's just this cute little dude, you know. And he fell in love with them. He finally understood the pain we had when we had to leave Hannah in Texas. So he started crying and he said that he was really sorry and that we're going to go to Mexico in March. And when we get back, we're gonna drive back to Idaho from Texas and we're gonna pick her up. So my mom and I were like, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll do that for sure. Because we just completely lost trust in him, you know. I didn't get my hopes up at all because I just knew it wasn't gonna happen. Time goes by and we get the tickets to Mexico and then he said, we are going for her. So I was just like, whoa, hold up, like, the fuck? And then like, fast forward, we are finally leaving Mexico. We go to Texas and we pick her up. That's where that video happened. And then after that, I was so happy. My heart felt complete because like my baby girl was finally with us. Like we were constantly crying over her because we missed her. Come here. Come on, you're the star of the video. My baby girl. I love you. But anyways, so there's that. What else did 2019 bring me? So in March, after we got back, I finally got my license. Yeah. In May, I got my car. Finally left McDonald's and I got a new job. Didn't last long for a lot of reasons, but I got a new job. And then I met someone, but we're not getting into that today. Then in October, I got my brace and stuff, as you can tell, and just a bunch of little shit. But here's where 2019 ends like a total fucking disaster. So, in October, I'm not gonna get into that because I'm just not. Something personal happened and it was really bad. The whole thing was I needed to get out of here. I needed to get my head off of things. I needed to get my head off of my regular routine. Every day, just waking up, doing homework, going to work, coming back, and doing it every fucking day. It was getting really stressful. So I needed to get away from here, you know? I needed a little getaway. I just could not stand being here anymore. So long story short, I decided to go back to Mexico so I can spend some time with my family, you know. The plan was to be there for 3 weeks to a month. That's the most I could be there, right? My mom takes me there. She stays there for 5 days and then she leaves. She's supposed to come back for me after the month is over. 2 days after she leaves, I was really losing my shit. I did not want to be there anymore. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. It was a really good getaway. But I just really missed my home, my bed, my car, my job. Oh, by the way, I got another job in August too. So, told you, didn't last long. I just missed my life here, you know? Like, yeah, it gets boring and annoying and exhausting, but I missed it. I just did not want to be there anymore. We came to the conclusion that, what if they sent me my passport? Just that damn passport in your head. And then I had enough money for my ticket to go back. So I was like, that's great. I'll pay for my ticket. Just send me my passport and we'll be good. Damn freaking passport. A couple days after we talked, she sends me my passport. Cool. She sent it through UPS and they told her, okay, it's going to be there in 4 to 7 days. Okay, that's not too bad, right? They give her the tracking number and she goes home. I obviously freaked out because I just wanted to leave right in that moment. But I was like, okay, you know, 3 to 7 days is better and way faster than waiting the whole 3 or 4 weeks. So, I mean, I guess I'll wait a little longer. A little longer? 2 days after my mom sends that passport, we track it, right? And it says that the tracking number wasn't available. So we're obviously freaking out because it's a fucking passport. Like, if she sent me a shirt, okay, I don't really care if it gets lost, but it's a fucking passport. I cannot go back to the US if I don't have a passport. So we call her, right? And they're like, because the tracking number started with LJ. Trust me, I know the whole freaking tracking number by memory now, and you'll know why. But anyways, it started with LJ. So we tell the UPS people, and they're like, oh, that's a tracking number for USPS. So we're like, no, it's not. We sent it through UPS. Why would it be USPS? So I was literally like getting my attitude up in that bitch, but like I couldn't do anything about it, you know? I was already getting mad. And she was like, oh, well, it's a USPS. We can't do anything about it. We were like, what are you even talking about? So, okay, I was annoyed, but I couldn't do anything about it, right? So then I go to the USPS website and we put that tracking number. Boom, shows up. Why? I don't know. My mom sent it through UPS. I still have the receipt, so we're not stupid. And they sent it over to USPS. Don't ask me why, because I don't, still till this day, I don't know why, but that happened. At least it's not lost, it's still there. So we track it, and it says it's in Ciudad Juarez, which is a city right above mine. Well, actually, it's a state right above mine. So we were like, okay, cool. The passport will be here from like a day or 2. That's great. I'll be leaving here soon, and I'll be going back to my cute little home. And here's where everything just gets better and just so much good and like so amazing and oh my god. So it's gonna be here from a day or 2, right? Well, it didn't. Next day, we track it again. My passport, it's in Japan. Yeah, you heard that right, Japan. Another complete fucking country on the other side of the fucking world. It's in Japan. My passport, it's in Japan. Okay, so we were like freaking out, you know, we were like, why the fuck is it in Japan? So we call USPS again and we're like, hey, so like my passport is in Japan. What's going on over there? Like, why is it over there? Like, I don't live there. I live in Mexico where the passport was already there. And they were like, well, since the package is already out of the country, we can't really do anything about it. All you have to do is wait for them to send it back. I swear I was about to throw my hands at this bitch, dude. I was getting so fucking annoyed. I was like, what do you mean you can't do anything about it? So if they lose it in fucking Japan, who am I gonna claim it? To the fucking Japan people? Like, no. I'm still getting so mad over this. So I was over here literally losing my fucking shit. And mind you, I was in my best mental state, so like it was bad. Almost 2 weeks go by, they still don't fucking send it back, but then they finally do. So I'm like, okay, like I can breathe a little bit more, you know, fuck. Then they sent it to San Francisco. I don't know what was going on in there. It kept leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back for like a whole week. So finally on December 5th, they send it back to the state where it was, right above me. So I was relieved that it was back in Mexico, but scared that they were gonna fucking send it back to Japan. So I didn't know how to feel about that. 15 days go by, and I hear nothing about this damn passport. Nothing. So I just completely lost my hope. And then on the 20th of December, I finally get an update that it's at the aduana, which for what I know, it's supposed to be where they like check your package to make sure that there's no drugs in there and like all that shit. So I was bummed about that already. But at least I heard from my fucking passport. That bitch went MIA longer than I fucking did on YouTube. So 3 days after that, my grandpa passed away and I found him. So that happened. We were so close. Like, if you have me on Snapchat, you know that we were close. Like, I would always post so many funny things about him. One time I did so many tattoos on him with a marker. I don't understand why he would let me do all of that, but he did. And he's always been like that since I was a little kid. So obviously I loved him a lot. He was my favorite.
Al Carmen, y la adivina de quién son estas manos. No, no, a mí no, pues a las manos. ¿Cómo vas a sacar?
Sobre todo ve quién te dibujó.
Vete en el espejo.
No quepo, no alcanzo. Ay, joder, nomás. Ay, Danita.
¿Quién es?
Mira tú una chichi negra, de vampiro.
Pero el mono, ¿quién es? Nos cae hasta la madre.
Al fin, te dije, no me vayas a pintar ese cabrón. Mira. Ay.
Pero mira qué bien te lo digo.
Muy bien. Imagínate que me tatué yo así, mañana voy sin la camisa abierta. En serio, yo al contrario, que no vean los pobres.
¿De quieres? ¿Quieres?
Viejito foto.
This right here, tell me what goes out to everyone that has lost someone that they truly love. Come on, check it out. Seems like yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still a team. Through your family, I'll fulfill your dreams. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce sometime, the night they took my friend. Try to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you're still living your life after death.
Anyways, long story short, we have to go to this town now, where it's 2 hours away from where my passport is gonna be arriving. So things get complicated again. And I had to put up a paper on the door saying like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town. If the package gets here, like give it to the neighbor, because we were like close with them. So I was hoping to go back before New Year's, because like I said a while back, I met someone in May. I wanted to be back for New Year's, you know, because like the New Year's kids and like all that, like I never had that before, so I was like excited about that, but I was too excited because I jinxed it. So yeah, I had to spend my Christmas there and my New Year's and then I stayed there for like a whole nother month almost. Here's the thing about this damn passport, right? So my parents and I were really like freaking out because like it's about to be 3 months that I've been in fucking Mexico, when it was supposed to be, first of all, from 3 to 4 weeks, and then second of all, 3 to 7 days. Turned out to be 3 months. Told you to remember that damn fucking passport. We were just looking for new ways to get me back. We were thinking of going to this whole other state in Mexico to get like a permission to fly without a passport. So the plan was my mom was gonna come back to Mexico and take me there, get the whole thing settled, and then we leave. So then on a Sunday, my mom tells me, you know, on Thursday I'm gonna go get you and we're gonna get this settled. I'm like, okay, cool, dope. Remember, she said that on Sunday that she was gonna be there Thursday. On Monday, the day right after Sunday, my passport gets to my house. So this motherfucking ass passport goes MIA for a whole ass month and a half. And when my mother finally tells me she's coming back to get me, it decides to show up on my doorstep. But I believe in everything happens for a reason. My theory was the passport would just not get there because probably my grandpa had to pass away that year. It would have been awful if he passed away with my grandma, you know? Because it was always just them two. How would my grandpa would ever be found? So that's probably why the passport never got there, because it was my grandpa's time and I had to be there to find him and help him and all of that, you know? So that was one of the theories. And the next one was that my passport did not get to my doorstep until my mother said she was coming with me, because maybe when I was about to fly on my own, something was gonna happen to me. That's my theories. I don't I don't know. The 22nd, we fly back, and I finally come back to Idaho, dude, after almost 3 whole ass months. Whoa, this is a really long story time. That's it for today's story time. I hope you guys enjoyed my 2019 just as much as I did. I'm gonna go before I make this video any longer. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.